Some questions that you might want to ask and think about. Would you like to open your heart to love and happiness again? Would you like to be able to communicate with the subconscious genius within you? Would you like to stop picking the wrong relationships? And would you like to break cycles of generational violence or abuse and blow away your blocks to success? You can do all these things with the emotion code. Would you like to stop your ex from ruining your life? Would you like to stop anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and phobias, and stop pain dead in its tracks, and remove a major cause of disease, if not the major cause of disease, and truly live your life from your heart, and become who you were really truly intended to become? All of these things are what the emotion code is really, truly all about. It is just a magnificent tool, and of course, I'd like to take credit for it, but I can't, because I am simply the messenger that somehow was chosen to bring this to the world. And that's very, very, very exciting. So first of all, let's talk just a little bit about energy, which is the true nature of our reality. We are beings of energy. There is everything. Everything is made of energy. Our thoughts are energy. Our emotions are energy. The sun, moon, and stars, the chair you're sitting in, the desk you're sitting at, it's all really just energy. So one of the ways that we can image energy is by using what we call Kirlian photography. Now, Kirlian photography is a method of photography that was developed back in 1939 in the Ukraine. Here you can see a picture of a leaf, and around the outside of that leaf you can see the energy coming out of that leaf. If we look at the next picture, this one is grains of wheat. Now, are grains of wheat alive, you might ask, and the answer, of course, is yes. Russian scientists came out with a pronouncement a number of years ago, maybe 20 or so years ago now, that they said there exists in all things a plasma energy field. This next picture is a Kirlian photograph of fingertips. You can see the energy field around those fingertips, and that energy field is inside of us and inside of all living things. Now, my favorite Kirlian photo was where scientists took a leaf, they cut that leaf in two, and they actually discarded the upper half of the leaf, threw it away, and then immediately took that leaf into their lab and made a Kirlian photograph, and this is what they actually saw. This is a Kirlian photo of a leaf. You can see where the leaf was cut off, and you can see the energy field of that leaf at the top. And this is one of the most amazing photos, I think, that I've ever seen, because it images what I believe to be the spirit that is within all living things. You know, ancient cultures, the Native Americans, for example, had this idea that everything had a spirit. When they would kill a buffalo, they would apologize to the buffalo, for example, and thank the buffalo for giving its life for them so that they could live and so on. And they believed that everything had a spirit, including plants and animals, everything. And of course, I believe that that's absolutely right. So in our own body, we have this energy field that you would find that anciently it was called the prana or the ki or the chi. This is, I believe, the spirit within us. That it's the template for our physical body, and this part of us can become imbalanced. Now, trapped emotions reside on that level. They reside on that spirit level. So trapped emotions are truly an invisible epidemic in our world today. So let's talk for just a second about what emotions are. Of course, emotions, like everything else, are nothing but energy. If you think about your own body, if you could magnify your hand 1,000,000 times, you'd see that that hand is made of nothing but atoms, and atoms are made of nothing but energy. And emotions are energy too. We can measure thoughts electronically. We can measure emotions. Every emotion has a different vibrational energy. So an emotion of anger is a different emotional vibration. It's a different frequency than an emotion of sadness and so on. So luckily, we have emotions. If we did not have emotions, our life would be pretty gray. It's a good thing that we have these emotions, but sometimes we feel emotions that are overwhelmingly negative. Sometimes we even can feel emotions that can be overwhelmingly positive. And I had a question recently about this emotion of overjoy that's on our emotion chart. Why does that show up? Well, because an overabundance of any emotion can become trapped in the body. And if you have a lot of positive emotions, you know, say you win the lotto and get married the same day, something like that, that overabundance of emotion can get stuck in the body. But sometimes these emotions can be overwhelming to the body, negative usually, sometimes positive. And in some way that we don't really understand yet, those energies can get stuck. And we call that a trapped emotion. Now, these trapped emotions can occur at any age. They can be inherited. They can cause inflammation, congestion, self-sabotage, recurring emotional distress, and so on. And in this picture, you can see that the little green ball there is a trapped emotion. And you see that it's distorting the energy field, the blue lines that's surrounding this person. And that's what these trapped emotions do. They actually have two effects. Very interesting. It took me a long time to figure this out. In the emotion code, what we've done is we've taken 60 of the most common emotions and placed them into this chart that's divided up into 2 columns and 6 rows. And the reason why I did that is because it simply makes it fast and easy to find these emotions.